I got a letter here, and I think it's just for Stephanie, but... Okay, and then some people are, like, freaking out, like, oh my gosh, you said Stephanie's last... Yeah, that's just for Stephanie. Last name. Like, initially, it was like I was trying to keep it private, but she has a Caring Bridge page and a chip-in page that you can donate to, and it has her last name. Like, what are you going to do with someone's last name? You know Brad Pitt's last name. Like, are you... Knowing someone's last name isn't going to jeopardize them in any way. Do you know what I mean? So just chill. It's okay. Like, I have permission now. The only reason I was like, oh, at the beginning was because I wasn't sure if I was even supposed to tell anyone. You know what I mean? So then just outside... Oh, there was a comment that I accidentally... I must have lost it, or maybe I approved it and didn't respond to it. I don't know which video it was on. But a girl asked, is it true that in Virginia that when you go to buy a car, they rip off people in the military? That is true for anywhere you go, like near any base. You go to San Diego, you go to Pensacola, you go here. Any base, any military base with car lots around it will try their hardest to rip you off because they know probably more about your rate than you do. It is public knowledge what an E3... E1 all the way to E9, like it's public knowledge what people get paid in the military. You can look it up. It's the same across the board. So they know what you get paid. They know it's a steady, you know, 1st and 15th of every month paycheck. Anyhow, so yeah, they do. But the cool thing is, there's in the Navy anyway, there's free base legal, and when you go to get a car. If you just wait one day to sign the papers, be like, I'm going to take this on to base and have base legal check it. They do it absolutely for free. And your first clue is if the people trying to sell you the car are like, oh, no, you can't take this contract. Then you just rip it off and walk away because there's no reason they shouldn't want someone else to see the contract unless they're ripping you off. So the Navy does offer absolutely free service, and they will look at a contract that's all filled out and stuff and waiting to be signed. They will look at it same day as long as the contract is filled out. But if you just bring a bunch of papers and be like, do you think that they schedule an appointment or whatever. But if you're looking to buy a car and you have your paperwork, you want someone to look at it, they'll look at it same day in the Navy at base legal. You just take all your paperwork at base legal, and free lawyers, they're trained to read this, will tell you if you're getting ripped off or not. So if you're skeptical at all, you have every resource to not be ripped off. Also, when I was in holding company, we took a how to buy a car class, which was actually a really good class. And you can sign up for them at Fleet and Family, and they're free also. Just take some of your time, maybe an hour, and they'll teach you everything about how to buy a car. There's really, really good resources in the military. Really good. This is from some name that I can't pronounce, and I'm not sure what it is. I don't know. I wasn't expecting anything. It's from somewhere in Washington. What is that? This might be for Stephanie, but I'm not sure. What is this? There's no card or anything. There's no card. Just a random name. What is this? Who sent this? Who's it for? It doesn't say anything. For me? For Stephanie? It's a little angel bear. That's cute. Mystery packages. I want to know who did that. Okay, anyway. Just a quick video to say hi. What's up? Catch you on the flip side. I have a test tomorrow, so I'm going to go study. That's what I'm going to do. Also, okay, so I kind of went off on some people asking me questions about their life choices, and it gets under my skin because I know about boot camp and A school and C school. I haven't even been to the fleet yet. I don't know anything about officers, the officer program, what it's like to be an officer, if you should go enlisted or officer, if you should go to school first. I don't know you. I don't know your financial situation. I don't know the people around you. I don't know the support system you have. I don't know if you need your family in your life a lot, if you don't have problems deploying. I don't know what your education level is, what your aspirations are. I don't know your personality type. I don't know you at all. And even people in your family can't really answer that for you. Like, when I made the decision to join the Navy, that was my decision. I asked no one. That was me in my brain for almost a year, praying on it, contemplating, thinking about it, because there's no one that knows you better than you, and you can't base a decision off of what someone else tells you. Because then it'll be their mistake if you join, like you blame it on your dad because he told you to, or whatever. No, that comes from within. You know yourself better than anybody. You have all of the resources out there on anything you can want to look up on the internet about the officer program, about how much people in the Navy get paid, what kind of jobs are available around you, can you make more on the outside, should you go to school first? I don't know. Like, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a career counselor. I'm not a therapist. Even though, like, a lot of people have problems, and I have made connections with people, and they're my friends, like, people that I actually know. I didn't know initially, but we got to know each other. Like, we talk about things. I've been asked about boyfriends, girlfriends. I've been asked about really horrible situations, living situations, abuse. Like, I've been asked all these kind of things. And I get down on the low, and I'm like, yo, where are your resources? Like, I try to help guide them. I don't know them. And if they want to talk, it's an ear, whatever. But when it comes to, like, a decision about your life, about what you should do, where you should go, enlisted, officer, join the military at all, like, I wish I could tell you yes or no, but do you understand that I don't know who you are? And there are people that where I was in boot camp with that hate it. They cannot wait to get out of the military. They cannot stand being in the Navy. They hate it. And then there's people like me who know that it's the best decision they've ever made, and I couldn't be happier. And I don't see myself anyplace else. And I wonder why it took me so long to join. Like, it's made for some people, and it's made not for other people. And I don't know which of those people you are, because I've never met you in my life. So I will answer questions, not hypothetical, generic, life-altering questions, because I can't do that. I can answer very literal, basic questions about boot camp, A school, maybe general Navy knowledge, But as far as, like, going beyond that, that's very impractical. And that puts a lot of pressure on me for you to expect me to be able to, like, guide you. Do I like it? Yes. But the person next to me freaking hates it. So, like, what good is it for me to tell you I love it when there's plenty of people out there that don't? Like, this decision has to come from within you. And nothing's to say that you can't wait. I'm 27. I'm almost 28. But I was 27 when I made the decision to join. I was contemplating when I was 26, and I didn't go in until I was 27. Like, I was older, but I wanted to be that sure. If you're 23 and you're like, I don't freaking know, and you're uneasy, wait. Like, there's no reason to say you shouldn't wait. Like, maybe you'll hate it. I don't know. But take your time until you're 100% sure. I waited until there was, like, no question in my mind that I wanted to do it. And I feel good about this decision. I'm older, I'm mature. I expected to be able to told what to wear, what you can't wear, when to go somewhere. Places are off limits. Like, there's bars around here people can't go to. You have to live your life, 100% of your life, your personal life, and the Navy life is you try to separate it, but they invade your personal life to a point where you can't necessarily do whatever you want to do, or just take off and go wherever you want to go. You can't do that. You'll be UA. Like, I understood that, and it doesn't bother me, but it bothers other people, especially the young ones who've never been out of the house, and they don't want mom and dad to tell them what to do, yet now they're having a bigger mom and dad tell them what to do. Like, you need to expect that. And I did. I know. I'm cool with it. I don't mind at all. I'm not out to look for trouble, no way. So if they want to tell me not to do something, I figure they got my best interest in mind, and I'm not going to do something. Like, no big deal. Anyway, so I apologize if I am brash or rude when I get those questions, but I can't, see, it's ineffable. Ineffable. I can't form words to describe what I'm feeling when I read a question like that for someone to expect me to have an answer. I am not the know-all. Like, that's not me. I'll try what I can to answer, like touchable questions, things I've been through, feelable questions. But when it comes to your life, you need to look in there, okay? Because I love it. I love the Navy. I'm glad I went enlisted. No, I didn't want to go officer. Why? Because I'm a completely different person than you. And you may want all of those things, but I don't know. The person next to me, counting down every last day until he can go home. Hates it. Doesn't like being away from his family. You talk to him, you probably wouldn't want to join. You talk to me, you probably would want to join. It's all about your attitude and how you make it. There's some crappy times. Not really. For me, actually, there haven't been crappy times. But I can understand, like, I've seen situations where it could be crappy. But for me, not really. I really like it. But things have gone my way. And even when they don't, that's whatever. I'm alive. It's basically like, Like, I didn't want to get stationed in Norfolk. And I got stationed in San Diego ultimately, so I'm really excited about that. I prayed about it a lot. Gosh, I was really nervous. I wanted San Diego. But I did end up coming to Norfolk anyway for C school. So I'm sitting here like being proved wrong because I actually like Norfolk. There were so many bad things people said in Pensacola about Norfolk that I was like dreading to come here. I was like, I do not want to get stationed there. But I've learned, and this was an eye-opener for me, that since coming to Norfolk, you can't listen to people. You can't listen to people. Like, they could have had one bad experience walking on the street in Norfolk, and that just changed their mind forever. Don't listen to them, because their experience can be totally different than yours. So coming to Norfolk, even just for these 4 months or whatever, has showed me that everyone that told me it sucked was probably just a pessimistic poop face, because it doesn't suck. I like it. I have no problem. And if I was stationed here forever, no problem. Like, I hate Pensacola. I didn't like Pensacola, but that's because I was out of A school. And I had a lot of restrictions. But if I was in the fleet and I had the freedoms of the fleet, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. I don't know. I just know that you can't listen to anyone. You gotta be positive. If you get stuck somewhere you don't want to go, and you focus on hating it, you're just gonna be miserable. I hated Pensacola, but I didn't focus on my hate. I made it through. I was like, it's alright. I'll make it through. Bigger things are coming. Okay. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. And I just want to apologize, because I got a couple questions last night and a comment, and I went in on a comment like, what the... But forgive me. It's only because I've been asked those general questions about people's lives specifically several times. I open my message box, and I've got like 6 messages a day asking me, should I join officer or enlisted? And I'm just like, this question again? Like... I am on the verge of just copy-pasting a blanket message to these people. And please don't feel bad that you had, because I'm in the military, and you want to know what it's like to be enlisted. Like, you maybe thought you could get a kind of idea about whether I like it. Sure I do, but should you go officer? I don't know. I really don't. I really don't know, because I'm not an officer. My cousin, actually, that's stationed here, he went in enlisted, and now he's an officer. He liked that decision, but he started as enlisted first. Does he want to start as officer first? I don't know. I really talked to him. So, best of luck to you. I hope that you have gathered enough information to make an educated decision, a fork in the road. I pray that you take the right one, and even if it's not the right one, it probably was, because I believe in fate, and things were supposed to happen for whatever reason they happened for, and making the positive out of even the worst situation. And we are not here on this earth to like want and need and me. Like, we're here on this earth to help other people. Really. Like, what are you doing today? Like, you are so selfish that you have this to do and that to do, and you can't bother to give a friend a ride that needs a ride, who literally really needs a ride. Like, this is something I saw on my Facebook that irked the crap out of me. This girl always helps people. I've known her for like 2 years already. Always helps people. And then she just put a blanket post on Facebook like, yo, my car's messed up. I need a ride. I don't know where she was going, work, grocery store, I don't really know. But no one responded. But anytime someone has needed, like, I'm a stalker on Facebook, I'm not going to lie. Anytime someone has needed help, like, she's there, first thing. And I'm just like, it breaks my heart that people can be so selfish that they can't, like, I want to go to the grocery store, I want to go to the movies tonight. What is your needs over someone that... What are your wants over someone that needs? And why are you here? Are you here to live your life in a selfish bowl of selfishness and not help and reach out a hand when you can? Or are you here to help people make it to the end, whatever the end is, you know? It's more fulfilling, and that's why we're here. You can't just leave your neighbor in the dirt, even if you don't know the person, you know? It hurts me when people don't help people. It really hurts. And that's probably why I do this channel, because I like to help people. I can't help you make decisions on your life, going officer or enlisted. But if you give me a direct question, I could do my best to answer if I know the answer. Just trying. I have a fixation about answering questions 100% honestly. And if I have any gray area in a question, I have a really hard time answering it. And I think it drives Giovanni crazy because he'll ask me something and I won't give him a yes or no because I don't believe there's always a yes or no. I believe that there's things that you need to weigh, things you need to consider, and based on a tiny little factor that could change would make my decision go from a yes to a no. So I have to have this whole huge story as to why I decide yes or no. And my text is like 9 pages long. And then he's like, all I needed was a yes or a no. And I'm like, I can't just give you yes or no. I have to be very literal and exact, and I have to let you know exactly what led me to make this decision because there's so many variables that could have made this a yes from a no or a no to a yes. And I don't want you to get the impression that it's just a full-on yes because it's not. Because if this little tiny piece of the puzzle changed, it'd be a no, you know? I get very freaked out. So when I get these questions, I have all that pressure on me. I'm like, I need to answer this question as accurately as possible, and I can't do that because I don't know this person at all. And I wish I could help, but I can't. I really can't answer that. Pressure's on. This has come from 0 minutes to 16, and I'm sorry I've done that to you. Please tell me who sent this. Okay. Please tell me who sent this, little bear. Okay? Okay, have a nice day. Bye.